Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Nobody. Let's jump into it. I'm really excited. It's a new movie. I'm really excited to jump into it. So let's go, Mr. Nobody. Just Nobody. The movie's called Just Nobody. It is a fucking great action-packed movie of awesomeness. Great action, it's a fucking great movie. Also, we'll talk about some surprise guest stars who made an appearance in this movie, who I did not know was going to be in this movie, and was awesome, and was great, and it was like, yes, please, I want more. That was just awesome, and I wasn't expecting to see that. So great. So we go in. So the movie was, like I said, such great. Let's jump into the movie. They got the spoilers about this guy who obviously has a day job and has a family and all this stuff, normal stuff. And he gets this thing, and eventually somebody breaks into his house, and he's like, he doesn't actually hurt the people, and doesn't. And everybody's like, why didn't he hurt him? We find out eventually that's because the guns were empty. They didn't really have anything, so it's like they weren't really gonna do any real damage. They weren't gonna kill anybody. I don't know why you didn't say your guns were empty or do something like that. I would have been like, your guns are empty. But I think that's one of the reasons why you didn't kill them, because you knew they weren't really there to kill or really hurt people, or at least in that sense. But they eventually got out. They took some money and stuff, and he gets that urge, and like, I need to go get him. Get the kitty cat bracelet, so he goes for the kitty cat bracelet. But eventually you find out it's at his house, so he didn't really need to go. But he goes, gets his watch back and stuff, and goes, and obviously he goes to them. He kind of lets the one up a little bit. He finds out they have a baby and all this stuff, and it's like, okay, you're doing it because you need to get money to help your kid and stuff. So he's just kind of like, okay, there's a reason they're doing it. They're not really bad people. It's like, there's another forced situation. I let him go because of the reason they're doing it. And then eventually he like goes to this bus, and then these guys come on, complete dickwads, all come on the bus after they just got the car, like, and then they get on the bus, and then he goes and attacks them and beats the shit out of them, basically killing almost all of them, wounding them to almost near death, and while he's killing some, if not wounding all of them. A bunch of them are in the hospital, so they're all being wounded pretty much, but they're all like fucked up. He fucked them all up. He gets fucked up a lot as well. He goes home and shows that he's a fucked up guy. He does fucked up shit. And eventually, he's an auditor. I'm the last person you would see when somebody needed to, call secret. I eventually left the gig and went to go get a family and stuff and all this thing. So yeah, eventually he attacked on the bus. One of them was actually he was the son to like the big like Russian mob guy who was running everything. Gun stuff at a party stuff, so he actually went and goes after him, and goes after, he didn't like his brother. He kind of like, I don't like him, but he's still family, so he went after him, and they'll go after him, and then he gets into a big fight with all of them, tells his family, like, he locks him in this thing, like, comes up, and they eventually kind of find out about what he does, and like, whatever, and it goes on, and it's great, and it's like fun, and I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it, it was fun. They have a big action scene of him doing a bunch of cool action scenes in his house, and they attack him in the house, and they go to another place, and he goes and fights all of them, and then you find out he wants his dad. We find out his dad's in a nursing home. His dad played by, they said in the credits in the beginning, I'm like, wait, he's in this movie? Christopher Lloyd, yep, from Emmett Brown himself, Christopher Lloyd. I was like, what? He's in this movie for a start of film. Like, I was totally surprised. I don't think any of the trailers showed him, what was great, because that's a fucking surprise, if any, because I love Christopher Lloyd. And also this movie, he's a badass, he has a shotgun, he goes around shooting people, he's just fucking up people. It's like an old man, he's old too, and he still feels like Christopher Lloyd. He still has that Christopher Lloyd, to him. I was like, yeah, you fucking, Christopher Lloyd's awesome, it's great in this movie, he's fucking great. So yeah, he was going on with shotgun. There's another guy he was talking to on the radio all the time. He's kind of like warning him, and he comes in and he helps them fight, and they all have a big fight at the end and get them all in. It's great. And yeah, it's great. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, what did you guys think of Nobody? I always try to say Mr. Nobody, but just Nobody. Nobody, let me know in the comments down below. Look at my rating. This one was really good. I want to put that. It's a 9 out of 10. I think we gotta give it a 9. I don't think it's 10. It's really close though. It's really close. That's why it's 9. It's good. I would watch it again easily, but I'm giving it a 9. It's not 10. 10's are like favorites. And I think this one's close but I think there's something about it that makes it slightly less favorite, but it's really good. It's like a 9. It's really good. Hey guys, and welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing Godzilla vs. Kong. Let's go. So what is our first General Sauce movie? I enjoyed it as the fourth movie in this franchise. We have Godzilla, with the first one is the only one I have not seen, Godzilla. Then we have Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of Monsters, and now Kong vs. Godzilla vs. Kong was 4. So 4 movies in this franchise. Say 4. Yeah, and the fourth one, and maybe the last one. I don't know if they're gonna do more or not. I feel like they would, but also it's like it's the fourth one in the series. It might be done. If it's the last one, I'm good. There's still gonna be probably King Kong and Godzilla movies in the future, obviously. Definitely Godzilla. But are they gonna be connected to these? Who knows? No, I also want to make it clear. I'm gonna say this now. It's not really spoiler, but there is nothing at the end of the credits. Nothing you have to stay out before. So once the credits go, you can just out of the theater. You can go. If you want to say, watch the credits, that's fine by me. But the movie was good. I want to say that. And also want to, like I said, I want to mention about the thing with the credits. So you don't stay if you don't want to about the credits. I'm saying it now. In case you don't want to get to the review part and stay for the review part. You get that in your brain about that. But the movie is, starts off, I'm trying to think where it starts off with, yeah, Kong, he's at Skull Island. He's in this little habitat they kind of made for him. I don't know what happened to I forget what happened. Something happened to the island. The island gets to show us to me, I don't know, but they basically have him there to make sure he's safe. And I think it's also so Godzilla can, protect him. And also, Kong has a, kind of like a thing with this little girl. They have like a bond. They're there together. And yeah, so they're together. And there's this other girl who's like the mom of the girl. It's not her actual mom, but she's taking care of her now. And stuff. And then eventually, see Alchemax. I want to say it was Alchemax, but I feel like I'm thinking Spider-Man, or I think that's what's called Spider-Man, right? Alchemax? So maybe not, but it might have been called Alchemax, I forget. Alchemax, I forget. The place, that was the name, it was like a government thing, the big, organization. What, is it bad? We don't know. We obviously do know, because if you see enough movies, you know, and stuff, like, oh, cool, bad organization, they're gonna have some secret plot, that's gonna do some evil shit. It makes sense. They do later in the movie. So yeah, it's like, called it. I called it so easy. It's like, yeah, this government organization is gonna be bad. Nothing. If they weren't, that'd be kind of surprising. But they are. They are actually building something later. We'll talk about later. But they so in the movie, and my hat's just getting all fucking over the place. There we go, more comfortable now. But so Godzilla. So they have to take Kong because they need him to get to the center of the Earth, place where they can't get to. The one guy's brother went there and he died, and So he's like, okay, I can't be done. The guys who walk at the government place, I say government, but I don't know if it's the government. It's a big, big company business place. Alchemax, I'm gonna say that. Even if that's wrong, I'm gonna say that just so I know, have something to call it. It's like, hey, we want you to come and dig this thing, and we have this thing, we want you to come. So he comes, he gets Kong. And then Kong can lead him the way, Kong does, and they go down there, and they get thing. But before they get in there, they're on the battleships, and then they have a fight with Kong. And it's like, okay, cool, we're getting a fight with Kong. Kong and Godzilla having a little duking out already, yes. And Godzilla is actually, people are like, oh, Godzilla's not bad. Like, he's not. He's being provoked by the company Alchemax. Like I said, I'm saying it wrong, sorry. But yeah, so they gotta figure out, and also, Bobby, I'm going to say a name. Millie Bobby Brown, I'm sorry for saying Millie Bobby Brown, I think that's the name, I'm sorry. The girl from Stranger Things, since he was in Godzilla King of Monsters, he's back, and I like how her and her dad are returning. I'm assuming her dad's the same actor as well, makes sense. But yeah, it's cool to see returning characters and continuing the storyline, she would still be here and she wants to help Godzilla, and because I don't believe this is, oh, he saved us, The dad's a believer, but eventually she gets a friend and she goes to find this guy she was listening to on a podcast, and then they find out about it. I was like, okay, cool. And then they can break into Alchemax, and then they secretly get into a thing and get into the basement, and then go all the way to trapped in this thing that, funny enough, just goes over to Hong Kong or whatever where the giant fight at the end is. They eventually, the group that goes on the ground with Kong go on the ground. He finds this weapon thing. Obviously, there's a girl who's with them, who's the daughter of the guy who runs Alchemax, who's evil. She eventually gets her comeuppance, and yeah. But he does get this thing, and then they figure out, what are they doing? They are building, what other secret thing the company is doing Alchemax? It is building Mega Godzilla. We have a guy who's sitting in the thing, who's like controlling it and stuff. I'm like, ooh, that was in the other Godzilla movie I saw recently, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla was in that. So I'm like, ooh, that's cool. So yeah, that's cool. So I was like, oh yeah, that was in that movie. So yeah, so they do. So it seems kind of have to go, but he eventually gets shocked and basically he goes off on his own and starts destroying everything. And then obviously the main guy who automatically gets killed. And then obviously they have to stop. All the characters are going to stop. Like Brown's character, Millie's character, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Her character and the guy who is the her friend who has the van, and then the other guy who is the who does the podcast about the conspiracies or whatever thing about all the monsters and the titans. And then they try to stop the thing. They try to stop Mechagodzilla. They have a fighting chance. They eventually do something that kind of helps. And then Godzilla and obviously Kong, they get into a fight, but then eventually Mechagodzilla comes out, and then Godzilla fights him, and they get a realization like, okay, we're not enemies, and then they both attack, cool, Mechagodzilla and fight him, and it's like, it's cool, all the fight scenes and stuff in this are cool. This is not a bad movie, it's really fun, and then eventually they all win, and then Kong goes back down to his island, goes back down to the center of the earth. There's other people down there too, I guess, have bases and stuff down there now. So yeah, it's cool, I like it, it's a fun movie, I enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with it, and obviously everybody gets kind of saved. Yeah, it's great. Don't set up anything else, but I'm like, if this ends, I'm fine with it. So I really like this movie. What do I rate it? Ooh, I'm giving it a solid 8. Like, it was solidly good. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it an 8. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk about Kong versus it's Godzilla versus Kong, not Kong versus Godzilla. I guess you call either one. It's basically the same movie, maybe, I guess. I don't know. But Godzilla versus Kong, let me know what's down in the comments down below. Yeah, you can always stay happy. I'll see you next video, guys. And yeah, that's it for the review. And now I gotta, a friend told me he found something. He should be coming in here any minute. I don't know. So yeah. And I think that is, there he is right now.
Hey, happy to begin. It's your old pal Jake, and I found this axe. It's ancient, really cool. I thought you'd like it. You guys seem to have an affinity for these, so I thought, hey, well, why don't I get you? I found this, so why don't I give it to you? Hey, yes, it's pretty cool. I don't know where. I just found this somewhere. It's lying on the road. I'm like, I'm not here, so like, coming to you anyway. So why don't I pick it up? And yeah, so that's.
What the hell, dude? That was close. This thing almost hit me. Wouldn't have been good. I do know what this is. It's an ancient artifact that's used by tons of magical purposes that can do all kinds of crazy shit. If this hit me, first of all, this thing going through me probably would have killed me. To be completely honest, I don't know why throwing this at me. You could have just came over here, walked it, handed it to me, and also this like goes. And also, if you do not know anything about this, if it goes on the ground, like you don't want this to go on the ground. You do not want this to go on the ground, like slam on the ground like that. You don't want to do this, because that's gonna be stupid, right? And I just did that. Uh-oh. Okay. We're fine. Okay, so maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. I think we're good. Okay, not what I thought it was. I thought it was something else. But yeah, it was. Wait a minute. Wait, is everything thinking? What's happening? I told you that was a bad idea, and you wouldn't listen. No, I'm trying to feel something.